reading runtime values chapter. Okay. So what is our target of this chapter? Learning reading values from the keyboard. Means reading dynamic values from the keyboard is our target. I don't want to hard code any value in the program. I want to develop real-time applications. So in real time, no project contains values inside the program. I think yesterday I told you read all this Xerox material to all these chapters. Remember? Literals, okay, all these topics, right? So please don't ignore. Start read from the first chapter once again to start doing revision. So if you start doing revision, by the time I reach to non-static members chapter, if you complete all previous chapters revision, non-static member chapter will become more easy. And then inheritance encapsulation becomes more easy. Okay. And volume 2 becomes nothing. Just by listening, you will understand everything. No need to write any programs. Okay. So generally, all students are feeling that programming is very tough. Programming is not very tough. Program is damn easy. You are the tough. Okay, na? You yourself making the things are tough. So if you start doing revision, everything is easy. So don't ignore. Please start doing revision. Okay. So now this is the chapter. Xerox material 2. Page number 86, write down. Write down that page number. Refer material Xerox number 2, page number 86. Xerox material 2, page number 86. Look at there. In this chapter, we will learn reading input values from the keyboard. If we specify values directly inside the program, this program will execute only with those specific values. If you want to change values and want to execute this program with the new values, it is not possible automatically without modifying code. For example, I have written a program like this. Then always this program is executed with the same value 30. Okay. If you run above program any number of times, it will execute only with specified values 10 and 20. If you want to work with the new values, we have to do changes inside the source code. Then compile again. Then execute again with the modified values. As a programmer, we can modify source code, but as a customer, cannot do changes in the source code because you don't know Java. Even if you know Java, also it is not good to modify source code every time for new values. So the good programming practice, we must develop program only once. It should accept values at execution time. Its logic should be executed. That is the target of this chapter. What is the difference between hard-coded and hard-coded is nothing but static and dynamic application. If you develop a program by specifying values in it, it is called hard-coded or static application. For example, above addition class is a hard-coded application because values 10 and 20 are directly specified. If you develop an application without specifying values in it, rather we are reading the input values from keyboard at execution time. Reading the input values from keyboard at execution time is called dynamic application. In projects, we must develop dynamic application for making program to be executed for any given input values. Okay, for example, gmail.com, paytm.com, hdfcbank.com are dynamic application because they will always work with the user given inputs. Yes or no? Right. So we develop one application. Now that application is working for one user inputs, second user inputs, third user inputs. Means the application inside doesn't contain any values. In this chapter, we will learn reading input values from the keyboard using Java language concepts. In Java, we can read input in 9 ways. What the first way? Command line. Second way is what? System.in. Third way is buffer data input stream reader. Actually, those two are outdated. That's why I have not mentioned the material. Using buffer reader, scanner, console, and system properties, AWT swing, and JavaFX. By using above 9 approaches, we must read values from the keyboard. Should substitute those values in the variable assignment place as shown below. Right? Now, when I run Java edition, The program should ask the user, enter first number, enter second number. Then the first number read and substitute in the program. Read second number 20, substitute in the program. Then result should display. Right, tell me, if I run this program first time, it is asking enter value. You enter 10, 20. Second time, 30, 40. Third time, 40, 60. Like that. Now, whatever the values you are passing, with those values, this program is going to execute. So all above 6 approaches are having their own advantages and limitations. Some approach is having one advantage, some other approach has another advantage. So when we should use which approach, we need to understand. We must choose the particular approach as per our project needs. Right? Now let's start working with the first approach, reading values from command line. Okay. Now, first point I want you to understand, as part of this chapter, as part of this command line argument application, you should learn something called what is command line, what is command line arguments, what is command line arguments application. So totally how many words are there? 3. What is command line? What is the approach we are following to read? Command line arguments application. Okay, what is command line? We have to learn. Command line arguments. Command line arguments application. Now look at here. I am writing something here. Java edition. Where are you running this line? Where are you running this command? In this line. Okay. In the command prompt, in the line at which we are running our commands, Java, C, Java, is called what? Command line. The line in the console or in the command prompt window, in the console at which we are running, the line at which we are running commands is called what? Command line. Next, we can pass inputs to this program from the command line. How? By using like this, 10 and 20 like this. Okay, now I can pass values from the command line to this program. How can I write 10 and 20? Like this. Then now when you write Java edition 10 and 20, this 10 and 20 are the inputs to the program. Inside methods chapter you learn any value we are passing is technically called what? Argument. Right. Tell me, 10 and 20 are called what now? Arguments. Where you are passing these arguments? Command line. So what we call these arguments as? Command line arguments. So the line at which we are running commands is called command line. The values we are passing as a input to a program from the command line is called what? Are called what? Command line arguments. Next, what is a command line arguments application? Now this edition is called what? Command line arguments application. So tell me, what is command line arguments application? An application that reads inputs from command line to execute its logic is called what? Command line arguments application. So totally how many are there? 3. Number 1, command line arguments, command line arguments application. Is this clear to all? Right. Now I want to write a program. Ready na? Class edition. Class edition. Online students, I am not responding to your nonsense questions. Okay. Screen is not visible. Mic is not working. That's all problems of yours. Why you are telling to me? Bhargavi? Why are you telling your problem to me? What I can do? Can I come to your system and correct the problem? Vaijnath Leka? Vaijnath Linka? If you join late, I should teach the class once again for you. Do you have common sense before asking the question? When you should try join the class? What the class time? At what time you join? At what time you are questioning me? I joined late. Please repeat once again. Stupid fellows. For you, I should teach again. Next time, if you put the type of questions, I'll remove you from the class. Why it is not showing to you only when all people are joining the class? At what time you try? Repeat again, show again. Now concentrate what is going on, topic. Guys, come on, concentrate. What is the command I am running to run this program? Come on, all the people try. Java edition. Now, this addition program, control come to where now? Class addition. Tell me, every class execution is starts with what? Bola? Main method. Tell me, main method is a normal method or parameterized method? If it is a parameterized method, it must receive argument. Na? What is the parameter type? String args. String array. Is it string type or string array type? Is a string and string array are both the same? No, both are different. String means what? Just double quotes ABC. This is string. String array means what? String is equal to double quotes ABC. This is string. String array means what? String array SA equal to should create array object means what? Flower bracket na? With what? First string comma, second string comma, third string. Are you catching my point? So there are totally 3 strings will be there. Correct? Tell me, main method parameter is string or string array na? Then main method must receive string object or string array object? String array object. Tell me, who should pass argument to a method? The person who calling the method. Correct? Parameter, non-parameterized method, stop it. If you define a method with a parameter, the programmer who calling that method should pass argument. Tell me, who is calling main method? Respond. Girls, what happened today? Why you are silent? You want to go out of the class? Then why you are silent? Why you are laughing, right? Worst fellows. Is there any joke is going on? Why are you silent? What is the method parameter? If you don't reply, I'll send you all people out. String array. Who is calling main method? JVM. Then who should pass argument? JVM only should pass argument, right? Respond. If you sit silently, today target will be everyone should talk. If you don't talk, definitely whoever is not talking, I'll send you out from the class. And I will not allow, I'll take your ID card and I'll send you out. And tomorrow onwards, ID card checking will be there. Without ID, I will not allow to the class. Understand? Everyone should reply. If you don't talk, I'll take your ID card and send you out from the class. 2 to 3 days, I will not allow you to the class. That's a punishment. Why you are coming late, Kappa? Why you are coming late? For the class? Everyone should come on to the time. After the class, everyone should reply. Not getting is not responding. Day by day, people are just watching. As a group, right? Then now main method parameter is what? String array. So what should be passed? String array object must be passed. Then who should pass the argument? Whoever calling this method. Who is calling main method? JVM. JVM should pass the array object. Okay. Observe. Here, when I run Java edition, main method is called from JVM inside. Inside JVM, we will have the code. What is the code? What the name of the class? Addition. Dot. Main method is what type of method? Static, na? How to call static method? Class name. Already I mentioned the class, na? Addition. Dot. What is the method name? Main of. Tell me now. Here, this main method is a parameterized method. Must pass argument. Tell me, what are the arguments main method will choose? What the argument JVM can choose? JVM cannot choose its own arguments. Am I right? JVM will take the arguments from the values you mentioned. Talbese, evarna raanidhu lobaliki inka. Close, bite get bettes, talamesi. Java addition. What now? So out here, if you pass any values, okay, those values will be passed as a argument. Understand my point? Right. Java addition. Then tell me what will be there here. Did I mention any values here? No. Then will you pass any argument here? Must be. Why? Main method has a parameter, na? What parameter is? Array. Then what should be created here? Array object must be created. Tell me how the object is created. Any class object or array object by using new keyword. New keyword following by which type of array you want to create? String. String array. Tell me, did you mention any values here? No. Then what the size of this array? 0. Everyone understand? Now, when you run a class, first JVM calls what method? Main method. And then it verifies are there any arguments mentioned. What arguments? Command line arguments. Are there any command line arguments mentioned? No. Then what it will do? It creates empty array. That means background what JVM will do? It creates empty array object with reference what? 10. Every array implicitly contains length variable. Na? Length variable with value what? 0. समझ में आया? Now this entire new string of 0 is replaced with what reference? 10. Now the 10 is passed as argument to addition class main method. Parameter args variable is created with what value? 10. Object reference is what? 10. And now it is pointing to it. Does everyone understand? Right, tell me, who creating this entire array object? JVM. Why JVM create empty array object? Because you are not passed any argument. Now you all answer. Why main method has a parameter? Why main method has parameter? Main method has a parameter for reading. What values? What runtime values? Main method has a parameter for reading what values? The values we type here. What the values you mention here? These values are called what? User defined values. The values you mention after class name here are called what? Command line argument. So why main method has a parameter for reading command line argument? If I don't mention command line arguments, will main method receive any argument? Yes. What is the argument? Array. What array? Empty array. Now everyone understand this first case? Now second case, try to answer. Second case, try to answer. If I type here Java addition, let's say 10, only one value I mentioned. Now background JVM calls which class? Addition class method, addition dot which method? Main of. Tell me, now it should pass a 10 directly or string array object? String array object. What it will be created background? New string array. New string array. Tell me, you mention value here? Now this array must be empty array na, one value array na. To mention that value, the syntax is flower bracket. Values to mention, what is the syntax? Flower bracket. To create new array, what is the syntax? New keyword. What value mentioned there? 10. Now, the value you type from the keyboard will come into the program as a number or as a string. Remember, this point yesterday we discussed as a string. That means inside what will be placed here? Double quotes 10. Everyone understand? So tell me, if you run a class without mentioning argument, background empty string array object is created and passed. If you mention argument, background string array object is created with the mentioned value. Then tell me here what happened? Array object is created. One more array object is created second time now. Already first time array object is created with no location, length variable value what? 0. Second time, this is 10. The second time running, again new array object is created with the same reference 10. With how many locations? One location. What the location? 0. With what value? Double quotes 10. And length variable value is what? 1. Do you understand the point? Right. Let us try to test these two cases and we'll extend the next points. Let me save this. Go to 9 a.m. 9th chapter, reading values. I'm saving this program with the name edition.java. Now, command line arguments program, you must execute from command prompt. D:/CD. Java C. Edition.java. Java edition. Okay, tell me. I'm not passing any values. Then inside array object is passed and stored in args. I want to know the length of the array. How to write length of the array? Args.length. Right? Args.length. Now run this. What the args of length value coming? 0. Why 0? Because I am not passing any values. Next. Now I am passing value 1 value. Then what the args.length value? 1. 2 values I am passing. Then 2. 3 values I am passing. 3. Everyone understand? Now I want to read those values. If value is there, I want to read that value. How to read that value? Read and display. System.out.println. If you want read value from array, all you people know na? Tell me what I should do now. What the name of the parameter? Args. Args data of array value. How to read array value? Args of 0. Args of 0. What I should write here? Args of 0. Tell me. If I call args of 0, if you don't pass any value, is it allowed or not allowed? First time it is pointing to 0 locations array. In a 0 locations array, if you call args of 0, 0 index is not there. You will get array index out of bounds exception. Remember? I have to compile this program. Code change. Compile it. And then look at that. We are getting what? Args array index out of bounds exception. Okay, then I am passing 1 value. We'll get 1 value. Now I am passing 2 values. Then second value will read or not read? Come on. Is the second value passing into program? Is the second value passing into program? No. Is the second value passed into program? No. Why no? Why you are saying no, second value not passed into program? Because I am not reading. Because I am not reading, that's why not passing. Based on how many values you are reading, it will be passed. Based on how many values you are entering, passed. Understand it today why I am angry at you? Your mind got dead. You are not replying. Only sitting every day. Coming to the class, sitting silently and going. Small points also you are not understanding. What point I am saying? Here array object is created based on the number of values you are mentioned here. How many values you mentioned here? No values. Then array object is empty. Here array object with 1 value. How many values you are reading in the program, it doesn't matter. Understand? Now if I pass 2 values, tell me, array object is created with how many values? 2 values. Then args variable pointing to the array object that contain how many values? 2 values. But in the program, how many values you are reading? 1 value. Are you catching? So repeating once again. If I mention 2 values here, are both values going into program? Yes. But are you reading? No. Tell me. I want, if I write here 10, 20, 30, how many values are going into program? 3 values. How many values reading in the program? 1 value. Is it clear? I want read all values. How many values you are entering? Those many values. If I write args of 0, args of 1, args of 2, args of 3, then as many values I am reading, those many values I must pass from the keyboard. Yes or no? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then how many values I should pass from the keyboard? 5. From the command line I should pass 5 values. 30, 40, 50. I'm reading only one value. Oh, sorry, I have to compile it. Sorry. I have not compiled. Compile it. And then now 5 values are coming. Understand? How many values we mention on the command line? All values are passed as an argument to main method. Inside main method, how many values are you reading? Those many values will come. Tell me. Here, I am giving one more value, 60. Is the 60 will go into program? Some people are saying still no. Is the 60 will go into program? Is the 70 will go into program? But not reading in the program. Okay? Now, I am passing only 3 values. What happened? What happened? I am passing only 3 values. What happened? Arcs of 0, 10. Arcs of 1, 20. Arcs of 2, 30. Still we have arcs of 4. What happened? Arcs of 3, arcs of 4. No values. We'll get array index out of bounds exception. Is it clear? So tell me, while working with the command line arguments application, which exception you must be aware? Array index out of bounds exception. Because inside Java program you are working with array. Do you understand this point? How many values we are reading inside the program? Those many values you must pass from the command line. If you pass less values, you will get array index out of bounds exception. If you pass more values, those values are passed in the program, but we are not reading. Is it clear? Tell me. Now, I want you write program to read all values you entered at the keyboard and read all the values in the program. Reading all values from the program, from the command line is nothing but reading all values available in the array only. No? This is static nature or dynamic nature? Static nature. Can you make it dynamic nature? How? By using for loop. For, what do you write here? Int I equal to 0, I less than arcs dot length I plus plus. Then here what you should write? System dot out dot println of system dot out dot println of what do you write? Arcs of 0. Save it. Arcs of 0. Arcs of I. Save it. Clear screen. Tell me, I'm not compile first. Compile. Then I'm not passing any value. Will you get exception? Will you get exception? Apply. What is the arcs dot length value? 0. 0 less than 0? False. No exception. Why that 0 is coming? 0 coming because of arcs dot length. Okay. Next. Now I'm passing one value. Then what happened? One value come. 2 values. 2 values. 3 values. 3 values. 4 values. 4 values. All you understand how to read values from command line? Answer all questions. Question number 1. What is command line? What is command line? Command line is the line at which we are running commands is called what? Command line. What is command line arguments application? The application that is reading from command line is called what? Command line arguments application. What is command line arguments? The inputs we are sending to a program from command line are called command line arguments. Okay, now answer my question. Yesterday I told you, if you wanted to read values from, keyboard, there are 3 steps are there. Step number 1. First, you should connect it to keyboard. Second, you should read values from the keyboard. Third, you have to convert those values into their own type. Remember? Tell me, in a command line arguments application, do our program connected to keyboard? No. JVM only connecting to keyboard, JVM only reading the values, JVM only passing those values to our program. Yes or no? Then as a programmer, I should read values from keyboard, read values from main method parameter. In a command line arguments application, we don't connect to keyboard. We don't read values from the keyboard. We just need to connect it to whom now? Main method parameter. So, however, either directly or indirectly, how to read values in command line arguments application? By using main method parameter args as args of 0, args of 1, args of 2. Is it clear to all? Really? Right. So now, first step completed, connected to keyboard. You know it, JVM connected. Second step, reading values from the keyboard. To read values from keyboard, what should I use? Args of 0, args of 1, args of 2. Tell me. This value 10 is coming as what? One second. 10 as a 10 or double quotes 10? Tell me. You have to convert double quotes 10 to whom? You have to convert double quotes 10 to whom? In. How can we convert? Why you are using your brain? Yesterday I given notes. Yesterday you attended class? Open notes. Just coming to the class, sitting and going. Convert. By using wrapper classes. Not by using casting. Cast operator is meant for converting what value to what value I told? Incompatible types are highest range to lesser range. Double quotes 10 are compatible. Double quotes 10 is a string. Is a string and int are compatible? Then how can you use cast operator? Day by day, brain got dead. Not improving, decreasing. Day by day, you are going back again. Now tell me. Here, my target is what? Not reading all values. Reading the number of values we required for the program. How many values we need for the program? 2. Then int a equal to, and then what? Int b equal to. I want only 2 values to read. How to read first value? Args of 0. How to read second value? Is this program compiled or not? Int c equal to a plus b. System.out.println of c. Tell me, is this program compiled or not compiled? Not compiled. Why? Args of 0. Args of 0. String. Can assign to int? Args of 1, string, assigned to int? No. Compiler throwing error. Then, can I use a cast operator here, convert to int? Why? Why you cannot use? Args of 0, string and int are incompatible. Cast operator is meant for only solving range problem, not a type problem. Incompatible types conversion you cannot do. So, I have to write logic background. What logic? To convert this 1 and 0 to 10. What logic I should do? First I have to take this 1 from the string as a character. And this 0 you should take it as a character. Okay, this 1 you have to take as a character and convert to ASCII number. 0 should take as a character and convert to ASCII number. Okay, lot of code you have to write background to convert this double quotes 10 to 10. Instead of you write the code, Sun Microsystem already have written. Already catching my point? Where logic we will write? Inside class or inside method? That method we write inside where? Class. So Sun Microsystem has given one predefined class called what? Integer. What's the name of the class? Integer. This integer class is technically called wrapper class. What class? Why it is called wrapper class? Wrapper. Have you heard this word? Wrapper? Wrapper means? Girls, you know, chocolate's eating more, na? Tell me, chocolate is having a paper? Now, you bought 5-star chocolate. Okay, if the company releasing 5-star chocolate into market without that cover, then what happened? Is it coming as an eatable format? No. Completely spoiled? No. Tell me. So the chocolate is protected by a wrapper, one cover. Okay, that's why it is called what? Wrapper. A cover, that a paper that is used to cover some chocolate to protect is called what? Wrapper. Similarly, in Java, we have one class. Its functionality is wrapping primitive values to perform different operations. That's why they named it as what? Wrapper class. What are the different wrapper classes we have? How many primitive data types we have? 8 primitive data types. Then how many wrapper classes are there? 8. Okay, 8 primitive data types, and the respect to 8 wrapper classes are there. What the first primitive data type? Sachipondra, commit suicide. Read whatever there. Cheppanu kada, already got brain dead. Only you are using eyes. That's it. What is the first primitive data type? Byte. Tell me, what is its wrapper class? Guess. I want represent student. The name of the class is student. Represent employee. Name of the class is what? Employee. So now I want to represent this byte in the format of object. Then what the name of the class? Byte. B small letter, capital letter. Capital letter. Next. Short. What the wrapper class? Short. Next data type. Int. Integer. Full form. Next. Long. Small L. Class. Capital L long. Next. Float. Small f. Capital F float. Next. Double. Capital D double. Next. Character. Next. Boolean. Small b Boolean. And then capital B Boolean. All these 8 classes are together called what? All these classes are together called what? Wrapper classes. Is it clear to all? Tell me. Now I want to represent primitive value as an object. Or I want to do some conversions on primitive data type. Then which wrapper class I should use among the 8 depending on the primitive data. If you want to perform operations around int data type, I must use what class? Integer. If you want to perform operations around double, I must use what class? Double class. Repeat once again. What are the different activities I have to perform to read values from the keyboard? First activity, we have to connect to keyboard. Second activity, we should read value from the keyboard. Third activity, we should convert that value into their respective primitive form. In a command line arguments application, do I need to write any code to connect it to keyboard? No, because JVM implicitly connected. The next, what the logic I should write to read values from the command line? I must use main method parameter. What the main method parameter? Args. How to read first value? Args of 0. Second value? Third value? Args, fourth value? Okay. Now, once you read value from command line, the value coming in the respective primitive format or in string format? String format. How to convert the string format to their own respective format? By using wrapper class. By using wrapper class. How many wrapper classes we have? 8 wrapper classes. Which wrapper class I have to use? Depending on respective primitive data type. On which primitive data type you want to perform operation, that respective wrapper class I must use. Samajh mein aaya? Okay. Now tell me, if you want to perform operation, I should use the class or the method available in the class? Inside wrapper class, we have several methods. Among them, we must use one method. That method name is parse. What the method name? Converting one type of value to another type is called what? Parsing. Converting is called parsing. What you want to parse? XXX. What the meaning of XXX? Primitive data type. You want to parse the value into which type? that primitive type you should write. For example, I want to convert to int, then what I should write? Parse int. I want to convert to boolean, parse boolean. I want to convert to float, parse float. Samajh mein aaya? Right. Tell me. Now this parse method is available in one class or in all 8 classes? In all 8 classes. Tell me, what is the method in? Tell me, what is the method in byte class to convert? Parse byte of what argument you have to pass? String. String, yes. Then what this parse byte method will do? Parse byte method will take the string double quotes 10 as an argument. Internal logic is executed and converts that internal logic to which type? Byte. And return to our program. Tell me, this method is what type of method? Void or non-void? So, gurtunda methods and types of methods chapter? Void or non-void? Void. Void. What is void? What is non-void? If a method return type is void, is called void method. If method return type is a data type is called non-void method. When should I create method as a void? When I no need to return value from the method, we should create as void. If from the method, if you require to return some value, we call it as non. We should take a return type based on the value you want return. Right? Tell me, this method is a non-void parameterized method. Yes or no? Now everyone think and tell me. This methodology working how? It takes the argument, listening, it takes the argument and converts the given argument value to byte, return that byte to our program. Everyone understand? Shall I ask a question? This method internal logic is working on data of the object, data of the byte class object or data of the parameter? Data of the, that means this method is not working for the object of its class. Na? Then I should declare this method as normal method, non-static method or static method. When should I create method as a static? When should I create method as a non-static? If a method logic is working for object, we should create as non-static. If the method logic is not working for object, we must create that method as static. This parse method working for object of byte class or not working? Not working. This method logic is working for whom now? Parameter. Do you understand why I ask you to do revision of all previous chapters? I know, I can smell that you are all dead, your brains. Starting day to till today, before Dasra, all are active. After Dasra, 1 week holidays you got, no? The fire got smashed. Earlier you are very much fired. Before I am asking question only, all are ready to give answers. Boys and girls both are competing each other. I should give first answer, I should give first answer. But now you become dummy fellows. Completely brain got damaged. You know, your brain got a hole and from there complete Java gone out. Your brain become Titanic ship now. Is the time you have to do repair. Small points also you are not answering. Yes or no? Static method, non-static method. When to create method as static? No answer. When you create method as a static? No answer. Void or no answer? Non-void or no answer? Nothing. Everything is forgot. Tell me, what is Java? Java is a programming language. Object-oriented programming language. I told you, your brain got damaged. What you learn in academics, that much only remember. That's it. Everything removed from your brain. Java is a platform independent object oriented programming language. That is what the situation. Now tell me, this method should be static or non-static? Static, because it is not working for object. Next, this method defined in our class or outside of the class? It is defined in which class? Byte. And you want to call this method from which class? Our class. Which is available in same package or different package? Huh? Same package. Here, your addition class, byte class, both are available in same package. It is available in java.clang package. It is your class available in your project package. Both are in the same package or different package? Packages chapter completed, still you don't know. If you want to access the methods available in one package to another package, the method should be public. This method should be public method. Tell me what the full prototype of the method for conversion? Public static byte parse byte of string. Tell me what is the method syntax? Complete method creation syntax. Method creation syntax. Full syntax of method creation syntax. Accessibility modifier, execution level modifier, method name, parameter list, body. That's all. Close. No work. Okay. Tell me. Now this method is asking some input. Is this input always you pass right or maybe chance of giving wrong? Come on. This method, it is asking to give the input. You are passing input. Now that input always will you pass correct input? There's a chance you give wrong input also. If you pass wrong value, then this method will throw exception. How to represent exception? By using throws. Throws which exception? Number, format, exception. What exception? What this method is doing? This method is taking number in what format? String. If it unable to parse this string to byte value, it will throw what exception? Number, format, exception. Is it enough? Full form? You should remember, visualize what? Number, format, exception. Understand? Today I am troubling you, or you are troubling me? I am troubling you, no? Every day you yourself teaching and going. Today you are asking so many questions. Tell me, what the next method? One string is coming from the keyboard, want to convert to short. Public, static, short, byte short of string yes, throws, number, format, exception. What is coming here? Short. Next. Tell me. Next method. Public static int. Return type is what? Int. Here return type is short. Here return type is int. Parse int of string as throws, number, format, exception. Next method, come on. Return type is long. Parse long of string as throws, number, format, exception. Next. Public static float. Parse float of string as throws, number, format, exception. Next. Public static double. Capital D or small D? Mohan, what are you seeing in his face? Why you are smiling? You only, why you are smiling? All people are saying, so you are getting music like Kitakadalu? Huh? Why you are seeing at his face and smiling? You wear cap, no? It's different. Cap. Good. So it's a classroom, not your playground. Okay, don't behave like a players, cricket player. Okay, cricket players only should wear cap. What is the mother name? Tell me. What is the next mother name? Next mother what? One minute. Let him answer. Kara. Em Kara. Care. Tell me full mother name. Public. Public. Static. Care. Why are listening other people? Everyone answering, you are smiling at him. Now smile. He will also return smile. Bolo. Public, static, care, parse care of, stringious, throws. Do you have common sense? Do you have common sense? Throws number format exception. Is it a number to parse to number? Are you parsing to number? Then why are you saying number format exception? Whatever there in the previous line that you talk. That's why I'm saying, right? Today I want to prove. Today why I am scolding you, I want to prove that your brain got damaged one more time. It's the time you have to repair. That's what my target. Today I want to prove that. How badly you people are thinking that initial days of fire, everything gone. Why I don't know. Because of Dasara holidays. And because of last week I gave 1 more 2 or 3 days holidays because of health issues. So almost 15 days, you are ideal. Everything gone from the brain. Tell me, number format exception will be there or will not be there? Hey, not parse integer above, parse into data type will come. Not class name. These are not the class names. These are what? Data types. Then why you taking B capital letter? Method naming convention. First word, first letter, small letter. Next word, first letter, capital letter. It's not parse character, parse char only, parse double. This double is not class name double. It is a primitive data type double only. And tell me here, number format exception there or not there? Not there. Listen. Also this method is not there. Inside character class, there is no parse method. Why I will tell you. Okay. Continue. Tell me Boolean. Public. Static. Bolo. Boolean. Parse Boolean of. String yes. Throws. Number format exception. Number format exception will come. Only parse Boolean. Okay. There is no number format exception. Listen. What the meaning of parse? Parse means convert. Inside this string yes, what is coming? Double quotes 10. Now this double quotes 10 given to whom now? Parse by. Then parse by it internal logic will convert double quotes 10 to whom? 10. That outside double quotes will is removed. Then the 10 is returning to our program as what type byte. Understand all you guys? Tell me now. Parse short. Okay. Here in place of string yes, what are you passing? Double quotes 10. Now double quotes 10 you are giving to whom now? Parse short. Internal logic of parse short converting that double quotes 10 to whom now? 10. And 10 is written to our program as what type? Short type. Clear? Same way here, double quotes 10 coming as in. Double quotes coming as long. Double quotes 10 coming as float. Double quotes 10 coming as 10.0. Yes or no? If I write here double quotes ABC as an argument, can I pass a double quotes ABC? As a argument, can I pass a double quotes ABC? Ramachandra, understand what I am saying? As an argument, what is the problem? Can I call this method by passing double quotes ABC? Yes, Babu. Why? Because the parameter is what? String. Double quotes ABC is also a string. We can pass a string as an argument to string. No problem. But internal logic of parse byte method, can it convert ABC to byte? No. Are you following? What the meaning of parse? Just remove this double quotes ABC. Whatever the data available, you return to me. When double quotes is removed, what data is coming out? ABC. Now, is that ABC can come out as a byte? No. That's why it is throwing error what? Number format exception. Is it clear? When you call parse method, the internal data of the string object must be a number. If it is not a number, we will get exception what? Number format exception. Okay, na? Everyone understood? Now, parse boolean you take. Tell me what the possible values will come in a string. Double quotes true or double quotes false. For example, if I pass a double quotes ABC, then what will happen? Will it throw exception? No. Other than a true anything you pass, it will return to our program what? False. Ante. It will not throw any exception. Parse boolean method doesn't throw any exception. It will return other than true anything you pass, it returns what? False. Whereas all the remaining parse methods will throw number format exception. Do you all understand? So are you ready to repeat all points? Horrible points are completed. Shall I ask a question? Did you understand? Any question asked? You say yes. Do you understand? Yes. Any doubts? Yes. No doubts? Yes. Will you come tomorrow? Yes. Will you sleep in the class? Yes. Will you torture me? Yes, yes. Any question asked? Yes, only the answer. Yesterday I explained you this slide, this slide, this slide, this slide. This slide. Mention the values in the program are called hard-coded values, and the program is called what? Hard-coded application. What is hard-coded application? Problems of hard-coded application. Then what is the solution? You have to read values from the end user from keyboard and substitute values. Then runtime values application. Advantage of runtime values application. It can be executed with any given new value. No need to recompile for changing value. One user values are not replaced with, misplaced with other user values. Then next. Reading runtime values. What is the meaning of runtime value? What are the meaning of static value? What is the meaning of runtime or dynamic application? What is the meaning of static or hard-coded application? Now, then I'm taking project. Okay. Now, generally when you run the project, what we need to do? We should connect to keyboard, read values from the keyboard, store values in the object. Then for that, what the steps are there? 3 steps. How many points I should learn? 3 points. Point number 1. How can we connect it to keyboard? Point number 2. How can we read values from the keyboard? Point number 3. How can we read values in the original type? So first question answer. How can we connect it to keyboard and read values? There are 10 approaches. We have 10 approaches. Okay. Now first we are understanding first approach what? Command line arguments approach. In a command line arguments application, what is the meaning of runtime value? The value that we are reading in the program, the value that is reading from the keyboard at runtime is called what? Runtime value. Or the value that is passing into the program at execution time is called what? Runtime value. What is the command line? The line at which in the console window, the line at which we run commands, Java, C, Java, for compiling and executing Java program is called command line. Next, what is the command line argument? The input values, those are sending from command line are called command line arguments. What is the command line argument application? An application that reads the runtime value from command line to execute its logic is called command line arguments application. For example, this Java edition 1020. That C users HK, that entire line is command line. 1020 command line arguments. Edition, command line arguments application. Right. How command line arguments applications are passed into our application? As a programmer, we no need to write any logic in our application to connect to console. Already JVM connected. So now JVM passes command line arguments as a string array object to the main method as argument. A big statement. Repeat once again. How command line arguments are passed to our program as main method argument using string array object. Repeat again. As main method argument using string array object. What is the complete procedure? When we run Java Edition, JVM implicitly creates what? Array object with the given values and pass that object, take that object reference, pass that object reference to whom now? Edition class. Pass that array object as an argument to edition class main method. The command line arguments are passed into Java application as string array object as argument to main method. With respect to above diagram, when we run a class by passing command line arguments, JVM read those given values, create string array object with number of locations equal to given number of values. Then JVM stores given values in the string as a string type in array object. After array object creation, JVM reads this array object reference, pass this object reference as argument to main method. Clear? Then next. Now here, what is the internal code? Edition dot main of new string of double quotes 10 comma double quotes 20. So if you want to see the complete code, now you can observe like this. Java edition 1020. JVM implicitly prepare the statement word edition dot main of new string of double quotes 10 comma double quotes 20. Then first which part executed in the new string of? It create array object with the 2 locations. Take the 10, take the 20 stored there. Reference 1010 is written to new keyword. New keyword pass that argument to main. Control go to main method edition class and stored in the parameter args. Args is pointing to that array object. Samajh mein aaya? So how command line arguments are passed into Java application? JVM passes command line arguments as a main method argument by creating string array object with those values. Okay, all these points. Okay. Next question. How can we read command line arguments in the application? How can we pass as a string array object to main method? How can I read? We read command line arguments by using main method parameter args variable. By using main method parameter args variable as args of 0, args of 1, args of 2, etc. All thoughts are running in your mind. Then this is the statement. Int a equal to args of 0, int b equal to args of 1. Below. Now is this line compiled or not compiled? Not compiled. Compiler throw error. Why? Args of 0 returns what? Double quotes 10. Args of 1 returns what? Double quotes 20. Tell me. Now double quotes 10 compatible to int? No. Then how can we convert? By using casting? No. Casting meant for converting from higher range to lesser range to higher range, not for performing incompatible. So now to perform this incompatible operations, what we require? Now we have to use wrapper class. Command line arguments are passed into Java application as string type value. It is a programmer responsibility to convert input values to their own type by using a special API called what? Wrapper classes methods. For converting given value into its respective primitive type, we have 8 primitive data type. Byte, short, integer, long, float, double character, boolean, void. Void is not a wrapper class, but still people are considering, so I am also considering. All the wrapper classes are subclasses of which class? Number. And the subclasses of what? Object. Okay, in coming classes we'll understand it. Then in all these wrapper classes, except in which class? Character, we have a special static method to convert primitive data type value to their respective type from string form. What the method name? Parse. What the full form? This method full prototype is public static xxx parse xxx string value throws number format exception. Here what is this xxx? Primitive data type. What here XX also? Primitive data type with the first letter capital letter, because method naming convention. In integer class method name is parsing. In a double class method name is parse double. In a character class, no method, no method. Next, now up to now all the people understand? So just I explained, completed, revision I given. Okay. Now let me go to program now. All you people expecting to answer now. Okay. Now Sun Microsystem has given me the methods. Now I have to call that method in my program. Write a program to convert double quotes 10 as 10. Okay, tell me how to write a program now. Tell me. Int I equal to which class I should use? Integer dot parse int of what I write? Double quotes 10 double quotes. समझ में आया? So now this double quotes 10 is given to parse in method. Its internal logic convert the double quotes 10 to 10 and return to our program and stored in I. Now this 10 you are hard coding or reading from the command line? Reading from command line means what I should write here? Args of 0. Now tell me. Assume that now from the command line I am reading 10.5. 10.5 is what type? Double. I want to convert it to 10.5. Then tell me how to convert 10.5 to 10.5. What I should write? Variable of what type? Double. Capital D or small d? Small d. Double d equal to come on. What the class? Double dot capital D or small d? Capital D is a class name. Dot parse double of args of 0. Assume first value I am reading, okay? Not second value. Okay, second value means args of 1. Third value means args of 2. That's up to you based on the position. Assuming that I am reading only one value, okay? Right. Now observe here. So we must call parse int method to convert the string number double quotes 10 as int number 10 as int a equal to integer dot parse int of double quotes 10. We must call parse double method to convert string number double quotes 10.5 to double number as 10.0. I'm sorry, 10.5 as double d equal to double dot parse double out double quotes 10.5. Everyone understanding? Acting? Super. What she is doing, madam? Pink color. Chudidar. What are you doing? Nothing doing. What she is doing, madam? Chatting or reading book? Reading. They are not here to become writers. Actor. Okay. If you want to write, go down running notes. Don't look. We have parse methods to convert all primitive data types from string to their own respective types. But we do not have parse method for converting what? Character. Why it is not there? Shall I understand? I already understood you. Ready to understand? Okay, you yourself understood. Worst. Tell me. On the keyboard, I have entered A. The A is coming to the program as what? Double quotes A. Tell me, this double quotes A coming to the program as a string object now? Once upon a time, long ago, in data types chapter I told, string object also internally holds the characters by using char array. Inside string object, what object is created? Char array object. Already, string class has already converted this string object to char array. That means inside string object, this character double quotes A stored as a single quote A only with index number 0. Then why you need again logic to do conversion? Do you all understand? Already the string object converted to character. Then why again you need logic to convert nonsense? That's why not given. Tell me, now this string object converted to character and character stored in which object? String object. Then I need a method in string class. I must have a method in string class to read this character. Yes or no? Not in the wrapper class. The method name is not parse char because already parsing done. Okay. I need to get the character. To get the character, I have a method called what? Char at. Char at. Why the method name is char at? Now tell me, if I have this double quotes with BC, this string have a multiple characters now. Then how many locations char array object is created now? 3. 3 na? 4 ఏంటమ్మా 3 కదా 3 క్యారెక్టర్లు ఉంటే 3 లొకేషన్స్ వస్తాయి. డబుల్ సింగిల్ కోట్ ఏ, సింగిల్ కోట్ బి, సింగిల్ కోట్ సి, 0 1 2. Now if I say get character, which character? First or second or third? Confusion. That's why the method name is what? Character add. You must specify index. Now you want to read which index character? 0 index. I have to pass what? 0. Oh no, I want first index. Okay, 1. I want last index. Okay, 2. Okay, got my point? Now tell me, how many characters you are passing from the keyboard? 1 character. Then how many locations will be there? How many locations will be there? 1. Then caret method caret method I must call by passing what? 0. Everyone understand? Tell me, full statement for converting this character to char. Bolo. Char, ch equal to character data. Yeah, char data. This double quotes a dot. This string object is nothing but double quotes a, right? This double quotes a came into which value? Args of 0. Okay, na? This double quotes a string object is this double quotes a. So args of 0 dot char it of 0. So I'm confused. Here also written 0. Here also written 0. This 0 is array of string array object 0. This 0 is string object 0. Understand? Right. Now this double quotes a is available where? In a string array object. In a string array object 0 location I am referring. Totally how many objects are here? 2 objects are there. Okay, let me show you complete diagram. Okay, when you run here, Java edition of A. If you write Java edition of A, when you press enter, background what is created? String array object is created. Correct? Now this string array object contain how many locations? 1 location, 0 index. In this 0 index, what should be stored? A. Will A directly stored? No. Why? Actually it is what? String. Then background, string object is created or not? String object is created with internal which object? Char array object. Char array object. That char array object location index number 0. Here that single quote A is stored. Understand? This A is stored in a string object in char array. Then this object reference is what? 2020. Now the string object reference is stored here 2020. Now the string array object reference is what? 1010. Now this 1010 object is passed to main method. Hello, understand? Main method. This value passed to main method. Received and stored inside which variable? Args. Now it is pointing to it. Okay, na? And it is pointing to it. If you want to reach to this character, first of all, I come to this string array object location. Tell me, this args of 0 refers to this 0 location. Dot caret of 0 refers to this location. Is everyone understand? Right. So if you want to read a character in the character format from the keyboard, what should I do? I must use what? Args of 0 dot caret. Like this you should write. Those points I have mentioned here. Character dot parse char of double quotes A will throw error. Then what should I write? So for converting string to char, we don't have method in the class character, but we have method in the class string with what name? Caret. So when you write str dot caret of 0 in string object available 0 index value reading and returning to us. How to convert boolean? Boolean dot parse boolean of true. So can I expect all the people are comfortable with parse methods? Okay, let me go back to the program. Ready? Tell me. Finally, what are the changes I have to do in this program now? Args of 0, args of 1 place. What I should write? Tell me. What are you thinking, Nana? In place of args of 0, what should I write now? integer dot parse int of args of 0, integer dot parse int of args of 1. Tell me, here program throwing compile time error. How to solve it? Integer dot parse int of args of 0. Next, integer dot parse int of args of 1. Now any compile time error? No. Go to command prompt, then compile it javac edition.java, java edition, pass the values 10, 20. Understood? Then pass values 40, 50, 90. Pass values some number, some other number. Tell me, is it easy now? So, tell me, now the addition programming, static application or dynamic application? Dynamic application. Why dynamic application? Because you are reading value from keyboard. Tell me, can I do changes inside program or outside of the program? Outside of the program. Do I need to recompile or directly execute? Right. Develop a program. Develop a program. Read two numbers from keyboard, from command line. From keyboard, from command line, comma, add those two numbers. Add those two numbers. Display result on console. Display result on console. Develop a program to read two numbers from keyboard, from console. Add those two numbers, display result on console. Right on. Write down as please, you will understand everything. And here at last statement, what you write? System.out.println. See. What is command line argument? Command line, what is from the material? Okay, reading values from command line. What is command line? What is command line arguments? What is command line argument? Application. How to read values from command line. How JVM will pass the command line arguments into Java program. How it can read inside program. Okay, how to convert. What is wrapper class? How many wrapper classes? Okay, what is the meaning of wrapping? And then next, accept how to read data in a character class. Okay, except, not accept, it is except. Some spelling mistakes will be there. You can show your talent. Okay, now Next, how can we convert command line arguments values from string format to its actual primitive value? You have to write the code like this. These are the brackets, not square brackets. Okay. So then rules in executing command line arguments application. Here I have mentioned some points. Anyways, tomorrow I'll explain. So the complete program is here. Will you try to practice today all these program and come tomorrow? Tomorrow I'm expecting good active participation in the class. Okay. So if you don't participate properly,